We respect and honor those that gave their lives so that the rest of us may have peace and be free. We will now observe 2 minutes of silence to respect those that gave their lives in war. This day and this time marks the signing of the agreement to stop fighting following the Great War that ended in 1918. We can honor those that gave their lives by committing to peace so that their deaths would not be in vain. Giving your life for a cause is a very brave thing to do, and so is committing to peace. One of the hardest and bravest things to do is to let go of the need for conflict. And we can all add to the bravery of those that did give their lives by being brave enough to find peace in difficult situations. In today's world, we have a lot of conflict because things that have been buried for a very long time are now coming to the surface, and that can be very upsetting, but it can also be very healing. When we are upset and triggered is the time that we want to look for that inner peace. The upset that we feel on the outside always reflects at the core of us something that is upset and conflicted on the inside. And we work on our own positions of our own inner conflicts. We're in such a better position to come with a peaceful solution to those situations in our lives externally. Resolving conflicts and finding inner peace or outer peace doesn't always mean agreement. It does mean allowing the differences to coexist. This planet, and as far as we know, the universe, is made of duality. There's darkness and light. There are seasons. There's winter and summer. There's in-breath and out-breath. Every single aspect of our existence has polar opposites. And it is in transcending and allowing these polar opposites to exist and finding a resolution to those where we can find inner peace first and then finally peace among us so that we may have duality and diversity and peace and acceptance at the same time. I know that's a very tall order, but it's what we're working towards, and any small step that we take is important and counts. So peace comes from our acceptance of those differences, the differences and the different aspects of ourselves, as well as the differences that we see reflected back to us in other people. We are going to be doing a meditation shortly. It'll be an 11-minute meditation. So for those of you that have no meditation experience, just do your best. And in this meditation, we are first going to focus on finding peace for ourselves. If this is all that you accomplish in this meditation is finding a deeper level of peace for yourself, or maybe even a microsecond or a micro moment of peace, or a letting go or a releasing of turmoil and resistance, even to a small degree, then this meditation has accomplished what it's intended to. It is as we learn to find the journey of our own inner peace that we will find the mechanisms, the solutions, and the ways in which we need to act and think in order to resolve conflicts on larger scales on every level, whether it be, in interpersonal relationships, families, communities, businesses, larger organizations and countries. So the first step is to find peace within. So if you feel angry, if you feel stressed, even if you feel somewhat excited and find it hard to find that place of peace right now, any step that you can take in that direction is all that you need to do. It's all that you can do, and it's all that you need to do. And if you find even a little bit, even if it's the tiniest tiny bit, you've done it right. So what will that feel like? More peace will feel like relief. It will feel like an ease or a letting go. And maybe it's been a long time since you felt that way, but you can remember a previous time in your life, or remember something that for you has created that sense of peace, and use that as a touchstone to find that feeling. And this is about a feeling right now. That is the first place that we start, is with finding the feeling of peace. So to begin our meditation, if you're sitting, sit as straight as you can, your back aligned, your neck relaxed, and bring yourself to as relaxed a position as you can. We will start with focusing on our breath and just noticing the quality and the texture of your breath. Do you feel peace in your breath? Your breath is a mechanism that is connected to your nervous system, and it works both ways. When we are in any kind of emotional turmoil, one of the first things that goes is our breath. We can regain our equilibrium through consciously watching the breath and through using our breath to relax ourselves and to bring us to a more stable place. So you don't have to change your breath in any way. Just bringing your awareness to it will naturally cause an easing of any conflict or turmoil or negative emotion or excitement that you're feeling. In the next part of this meditation, we're going to actively generate a feeling of peace to the best of our ability. So if your mind wanders when you're doing this, just gently bring it back. There's no need to be harsh or critical of yourself. And remember, this is about peace. So even if your mind wanders for the whole duration of this, just be at peace with that, and just set the intention that the next time you have an opportunity to do a meditation of any sort, or a peace meditation, that it will be slightly better than the last time, and just going in the right direction. And finding that sense of inner peace. Perhaps bringing up a memory of a time when you felt really at peace. If you can, let go of all thought entirely and find that feeling of peace. But if that's too challenging, bring up a memory of a time when you felt peaceful, or thinking of a topic where you just feel that sense of ease and of peace. And again, if your mind wanders, gently bring it back in a very peaceful state. Feeling that feeling of peace. Feeling that feeling of being at ease, where you have transcended conflict. And just feel the ease, feel the stillness. Feel how easy it is to be at peace. Even if it's a slight easing, notice how it feels. Notice any changes you feel in your body or notice in your body. And notice what's happening with your breath. And sometimes the only way that we can find peace is by focusing on our breath. And now as you have that feeling of peace, imagine that that peace is within your heart. That feeling of peace that you've generated is centered in your heart. And it's radiating to all parts of your body. And it's radiating out into the room. And if thoughts come by, just let them gently go. And they will come by, and that's fine. And instead of fighting with them or criticizing them, be at peace with the fact that your peace is being intruded upon. And that is fine as well. And feeling that feeling of peace within your heart. If you can, allowing that feeling to grow. There's no pressure to do that. Allowing your breath to relax and your heart to feel full of peace. Feeling that feeling in your heart and feeling like it's a golden ball that's glowing, full of peace. It's like a mini sun centered in your heart, full of peace, radiating outward. That's very good work. And just notice how you feel now relative to when you started. Memorize this feeling in your body. It is yours to have at your own choosing at any moment you wish. And set the intention now that the next time there is potential for conflict, that you can go into this feeling of peace before making a choice on how to act. And coming from peace does not mean that we don't act and that we don't say things. It means that we start with this feeling first and use this feeling to inspire our action rather than the more challenging negative emotions. And bringing the focus to your heart and feeling that sense of peace in your heart. Allowing that sense of peace to dissolve and to clean and to let go of any debris of old situations that might be there, whether they're memories or emotions. And let the sense of peace clean those old remnants that no longer are valid for you. And just let them subside and no longer have any energy to be activated. And feeling that sense of peace, if you can, going deeper. Really feeling what it feels like to be at peace, to experience peace. And bringing that to your interactions with yourself, to the way you talk about yourself, to the way you think about yourself, today and every day that you can going forward. And when you've mastered that feeling of peace within, or at least practiced it, just notice how it changes your interactions with others. And going back to that feeling of peace centered in your heart. And if you want to, you can just stay with feeling this feeling of peace for yourself. This is a tremendous gift to the world. And if you choose, you can spend the last part of this meditation sending your intention of the feeling of peace that you've generated to any person, any place, any institution, anything where you feel like your contribution of peace, where you'd like to send it. See this feeling of peace going out from your heart to wherever you're sending it. You can do this for as little as you want or for as long as you want. And you can do this at any time that you want. And allowing that sense of peace to flow out from your heart to wherever you intend in the world. And allowing that other person, place, thing, institution to feel the sense of peace that you have generated during this meditation. And now allowing that practice to come to a sense of completion, bringing your awareness back to your breath and noticing any difference in the breath now from when you started. Notice any quality changes, the speed. And then intentionally take a little deeper breath, a little deeper inhale, a little deeper exhale. And again, a deeper inhalation and a deeper exhalation. And then start to open your eyes and bring your awareness back to the room. So you can do this meditation anytime that you need it, anytime that you want it, whether you watch this video again, listen to this video, or just practice it. You can do it in as little as 1 to 2 minutes. You can do it if you're witnessing an event where there's a lot of conflict. You can do it when you feel like you are in conflict or you're not sure how to proceed on something and you want to find the highest solution possible. Thank you so much for sharing this with me today. Please remember that peace is a choice, moment by moment, and it starts with inner peace. Watch how that changes and transforms the events of your lives. We are now complete. If you have any questions with this broadcast today, with this meditation, or with other things about meditation or things that you'd like to see in the future with doing other live stream meditations, please comment on this video below, and if we can do something about it to help you, we will incorporate it into future live streams and future videos. Thank you for joining us today.